Hey there everybody, this is a follow-up to the video I posted yesterday. Yesterday I left off at argument number 5 of the most retarded arguments against gay marriage. So I'll be picking up with argument number 6, but really quick, look at this. It's cute, I know, it's fuzzy, it's adorable, you want to cuddle it and shit. Okay, now let's start off with argument number 6, that foster parents will be required to pass sensitivity training if same-sex marriage was legalized. I'm not clear on what possible relationship this would have with same-sex marriage. Again, some states may require such training and some states may not. But the presence or absence of legalized same-sex marriage has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the issue. Argument number 7. Social Security can't afford to pay for same-sex couples. In argument number 1, the AFA article, American Family Association article, criticized the low marriage rate. But in order for Social Security to be an issue, lesbian and gay Americans would have to remain single altogether, rather than becoming heterosexual. The religious rights vision of millions of lesbians and gay Americans converting to heterosexuality and marrying members of the opposite sex would have to be written off entirely in order to produce any economic benefit based on denying same-sex couples the right to marry. And any such benefit would be a small scale anyway. If 4% of the U.S. population identifies as lesbian or gay, and half of lesbians and gay men get married, then that's only a 2% increase in the national marriage rate. That won't make or break Social Security. Therefore, this argument is invalid. Argument number 8. That legal same-sex marriage in the U.S. would encourage its spread. This is the only argument on the list that doesn't strain credulity. I don't know. Legal same-sex marriage in the United States would probably encourage other nations to also legalize same-sex marriage. But Canada was already ahead of us with this. They were really ahead of the curve on this one, and will probably be given most of the credit by historians. Argument number 9. That same-sex marriage would make evangelism more difficult. Okay, let me reword that. Same-sex marriage would make evangelism more difficult. Actually, I just wanted to do the Jimmy Swaggart voice again. Anyway, and just what sort of evangelism are we talking about here exactly? In any event, I find it remarkable that any contemporary Christian would see a social policy they don't like as an obstacle to evangelism. A little less than 2 millennia ago, Christians were actually being executed by the Roman Empire, and surviving texts do not indicate that they saw this as an impediment to evangelism. Why would a change in marriage law, one that does not even directly impact heterosexual couples, somehow destroy evangelism, when several generations of Roman emperors could not? And now the final, most retarded reason against gay marriage is that same-sex marriage would bring about divine retribution. Again, a little perspective is in order. More than 3,000 children die every day of malaria. During the 1990s, an estimated 100 million children died of starvation. AIDS is sweeping the global south, and the issue that will bring profound divine retribution is a change in marriage law? I also have to question any theology that portrays God or some higher power as some sort of violent, capricious whatever, boogeyman who must be supplicated like the malevolent spirit of animist traditions by sacrifices and incantations. The first generation of Christians welcomed the idea of divine intervention with the word Maranatha, meaning "Come, Lord Jesus," or whatever. There is no trace of that message, so central to the earliest Christian teachings in the American Family Association article. So what does this prove for the American Family Association and all other gay marriage opponents? All of their arguments are either retarded, lack credibility, are just ridiculous, and of course, always brought on by something. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be religion, because religion gets blamed. I mean, the religious right's been fighting with the ACLU for years, and the ACLU has been winning that battle against them. But this has nothing to do with it, does it? Because pretty much the religious conservative types will always say no to this, no to that. Here's a little history lesson for you fuckers. Back then, back way in the day, when marriage was just born, you weren't allowed to marry whoever you wanted. No. You were forced to marry whoever your parents picked out for you. So your parents could get you some fat cow who totally hated your guts and wanted to slit your throat in your sleep, and they still think that she's just a little angel who wants to marry you. No. Then we changed that definition of marriage to you can marry whoever you want. And even before you could just marry one person, there was fucking polygamy. And then that got terminated. And then there's been that. And now, just because a dude wants to marry a dude, please. Like I said in yesterday's video, only 1/3 of Americans support a constitutional amendment banning gay marriage. So really, same-sex marriage. For it, against it, opinions, I want to know.